I'm Hideo Date, jazz and blues guitarist in Berkeley, California. Today I'd like to talk about this guitar 9034 Martin 017, old mahogany body, mahogany neck. I came to the US summer of 1992, and I was bringing my guitar back then. It was called National Rhizophonic Jazz Blues Model. And that guitar has some issue that it has a very stiff neck, stiff neck. And then it was good for playing open tunings with a slide guitar with high action. But when it comes to playing the regular tuning, and it was a pretty hard one to play. So I decided to get another one. I was looking around at many stores back then, and I found this guitar. I went to Berkeley Musician Exchange in my neighborhood, and Mark Silver, the luthier, the guitar builder, he used to have a section that he could sell his guitars and he could do some repair work there. So he was selling this guitar back then in the Berkeley Musician Exchange. So I had a budget about $1,000. So this was priced like 900 something. Then with the tax and case and everything, it was $1,000. So I paid the full amount of what I had back then. All my money in the bank account was gone. But that was actually a good move because I was told to do that from other musicians. If you could afford, just get the best one within the budget. So if I spend maybe $400 to get the cheaper guitar, then maybe the sound was compromised and everything isn't halfway, so I didn't like the way the guitar sound and stuff like that, so you spend less time on that guitar. So I'm glad that I made a better choice, that I could spend lot of more time because I paid maximum amount back then. So I was very happy about the guitar and also practicing a lot on this. But one day I was waiting bus to get to the gig place, and I was carrying this guitar with a gig bag, and a gig bag. I usually hold the gig bag all the time, but just try to rest my shoulder a little bit. I just lie the guitar flat on the bench, so it should be very, very safe. But very strong wind came, I don't know, from nowhere, just this very, very strong wind with the sound of then it knocked the guitar off to the ground, and I could hear the sound. So that was really bad news. And I opened up the case and I found that the headstock was broken off. So I called up the repair guy, and he said, bring it over. So he checked the headstock, and he said, oh, you can glue it back. But also notice the tuners. It had this guitar had the Rotomatic style tuner. It was a Martin brand, but Rotomatic style heavy bushing, heavy weight tuners. So he recommended the more like vintage style, lightweight, open back style tuners. So we replaced those tuners. Then I was liking it, but those happened to be cheap Grover butterbean style knobs, open back tuners, so that strings are slipping all the time. And I didn't want to waste time to just tune the guitar all the time. So I asked my friend, now he become well-known luthier or guitar builder. His name is Michihiro Matsuda of Matsuda Guitar, and he said, Waverly tuners might be good for you. So I went for the Waverly, and the Waverly tuners, I still have it here. Those tuners are great. I mean, much better than Grover. Maybe those are defects, I can't tell. But the Waverly works a whole lot better than Grover. Anyway, so the tuning become okay. Tuning issue is gone. But I started having issue and going to the higher of the neck, the action become a little too high. So that I asked my friend again, Michihiro Matsuda. He said, "Oh, it's time to have a neck reset." Um, so neck reset, you're going to need new frets, and you're going to need a new nut. You're going to need to make a new bridge. Everything has to be new. I didn't know that, so it was a big job. So it went through all that, and it came back to me. And then one thing I noticed, the saddle, at that time, it was just a straight down, no compensation, no adjustment on the intonation, for each strings. So I noticed that the tuning, I cannot play in tune. Certain chords sound really funny in open position, and then I asked them to make a new saddle. Actually, the neck reset done by my friend Michihiro Matsuda, but the bridge was made by Louis, who worked together in the same shop with Michi, and he was a mountain specialist. So that we asked him to make a new bridge. But after I got compensated the saddle and everything was fine, but that new bridge started having crack. So the crack became a little too big to handle, so we needed a new bridge. And that time, Michihiro Matsuda, my friend, made a new bridge. Then today, everything is set, so there's no repair after that. I guess that this went through so much and so many changes. It's almost like nothing is original. The body and the neck is original, and maybe fretboard, but everything else are changed. So it's a playable. It's not original, but it's more playable. If I had original tuners and original frets and original bridge, this guitar wouldn't be playable like today. Okay, so that's the story of this guitar, and some lessons I learned from the many repair works. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.